and someone, Evageline Plakas, with the idea, the concept, let's sail towards the Statue of Liberty. What better representation of freedom than the Statue of Liberty, where everyone talks about the yearning to breathe free. As we say, it's not only about Greeks. The revolution, the 200 years of revolution, is not only about Greeks. The Hellenic Revolution is also a special, significant event in American history, as Caroline basically indicated. What do we mean by that? Let's face it, we had the Enlightenment in Europe. The Enlightenment fueled the certain things that took place in the revolution of the United States. The United States itself fueled other aspects and revolutions around the world, including the one in Haiti, and also inspired in many ways, the Hellenic Revolution. In Europe, where you had the Greek committees that were formed, that supported the revolution, and started the Philhellenic movement, if you will, they started it, but nowhere did it catch fuel but in the United States of America. In New York, we had the first Hellenic Greek committees. In Boston, Philadelphia, and around the country, Americans, everyday Americans, supported the Hellenic Revolution. They sent supplies that saved thousands of people. They even went to fight. Talking about abolition, we had an African-American slave, as we discussed, James Williams, who left Baltimore, fought in the Barbary Wars, went to Greece, joined in certain battles, and died and is buried in the Hellenic Republic. A relative, distant relative of George Washington, fought and died in Palamidi, buried also in Greece, and fought and died. One of the most famous, George Jarvis, the first American who walked. He was the son of an ambassador. He walked through Europe, ended up in Greece, put on a fustanella, started to speak the Greek language, was with Karaskaki when he died, and again fought and died for the Hellenic Republic and freedom. What this is all about. It's not about just Greeks. It's about Americans. It's about freedom, and it's an international event, in our opinion. Everyone's relatives, your relatives, those who are not Greek, who are sitting here, your relatives also were involved in this 200 years ago. Believe me, if I talk to you individually and start discussing with you history, we'll find out that you, in effect, your relatives, in effect, were involved in one way or the other with what we're talking about in terms of freedom. So this is 200-year anniversary, not only the Hellenic Republic anniversary, but also an anniversary for the United States of America. In the meanwhile, we have our guests who have come, many of them from the Hellenic Republic, who are here with us today. We also have one of the representatives of the Greek Parliament. So, if you can say a few words for us, please.
Me?
Yes.
She